All right, let's get right into it. If you've been grinding away at the gym, but you feel like you're just spinning your wheels at the pull-up bar, this one's for you. We're about to break down the 4 real reasons your progress has completely stalled out. And spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with that fancy grip trainer you've been eyeing. So why are you stuck? It's super frustrating, right? You've tried doing more reps, you've switched your grips a dozen times, you've done all the things you're supposed to do. But what if the real problem isn't about how much you're doing, but all about how you're doing it? And this really is the heart of the matter. People get so obsessed with grip width, but it's just a distraction. The real issues, the things that are actually holding you back, are hidden in the mechanics of the movement itself. And today, we're going to dig them up one by one. First up, mistake number 1. And honestly, this might be the biggest culprit of them all. It's all about where your pull-up begins, or maybe more accurately, where it should be beginning. Think about it. And be honest with yourself. When you do a set of pull-ups, do you lower yourself all the way down until your arms are perfectly straight? A lot of people don't. They do these little half reps, which means they're only training half the muscle. You're basically doing a completely different, much easier exercise and then wondering why you're not getting any stronger. So here's the golden rule, the non-negotiable foundation of a real pull-up, the dead hang. We're talking arms fully extended, elbows totally locked out. This is the only thing that guarantees you're using the entire range of motion. If you're not starting every single rep from a dead hang, you're just not doing a full pull-up, period. Okay, let's move on to the second classic mistake. This is for everyone out there who finishes a set of pull-ups and your arms are on fire, but your back feels like it, well, barely did anything at all. You know the feeling. This is exactly what happens when you accidentally turn a back exercise into an arm exercise. Your poor biceps and your traps end up doing all the heavy lifting, kind of shrugging your body up to the bar. Meanwhile, your lats, the huge, powerful muscles you're actually trying to build, are pretty much just chilling out along for the ride. So how do we fix this? How do we wake those sleepy lats up? We use a simple but ridiculously effective drill called the scapular pull-up. This one little exercise is the key. It literally teaches your brain how to fire up your lats first, before your arms even think about bending. And what's wild is just how simple this is. You just hang from the bar, arms totally straight, and you focus only on pulling your shoulder blades down and back. Then you relax and let them come back up. From the outside, it barely looks like you're moving, but trust me, that tiny motion is rewiring your brain to muscle connection. Seriously, try doing 10 of these before your next pull-up workout. It's a game changer. All right, mistake number 3. Let's tackle the big one, the myth that has probably wasted more time in the gym than anything else, the obsession with your grip. I mean, you hear this all the time, right? The classic gym bro wisdom, go wide to get wide. Everybody just assumes that a wider grip will absolutely smash your lats more. But here's the thing, the actual science tells a totally different story. Studies show that your lat activation is almost identical whether your grip is wide, narrow, or right in between. You know what a wider grip does do? It puts a ton more stress on your shoulder joints. Not great. So the takeaway here is beautifully simple. Stop agonizing over your grip width. Just grab the bar with a comfortable overhand grip that's about shoulder width apart. It's a strong position, it's a safe position for your shoulders, and it lets you focus on the stuff that actually matters, like your form. And that brings us perfectly to our final, critical fix, your overall body position. This is the piece of the puzzle that ties everything together and creates the strongest possible line of pull for your back. So on one side, you see that hollow body or C shape. Looks pretty cool and controlled, kind of like a gymnast, right? But the problem is it actually engages the muscles on the front of your body, which are actively fighting against the back muscles you're trying to pull with. Now look at the other side. See that slight arch, chest up, leaning back just a little? That position is what puts your lats in the driver's seat. It's just a much, much more powerful position for building your back. So there you have it. We've taken apart the 4 biggest mistakes that are holding you back. Now let's put it all back together into a simple, powerful formula for the perfect pull-up. This is it. This is your new mental checklist every single time you step up to that bar. Number 1, start from a full dead hang on every single rep. Number 2, initiate the pull with your shoulder blades, not your arms. Number 3, use a standard, simple shoulder with grip. And number 4, keep that chest up with a slight arch in your back. That's it. That is the formula. And I want you to really let this sink in.
Stop chasing high numbers with sloppy form. It's all about quality over quantity. 5. Just 5 perfect, deliberate reps built on these principles will do more for your strength and muscle growth than 10 or even 20 of those partial arm dominant reps you might have been doing before. Now you know the secrets. Go fix your pull-up.